Good morning, everyone. Well, I try to get you up to speed on this one, but so this was a house that we were hired to do an underground tank removal. We did it about 2 months ago. Craig came out. We removed the tank. As we were removing the tank, we saw contamination. There wasn't contamination coming from the tank that we removed, but Craig hit a metal object that was right next to it. Turns out there was another tank there. And it was full of water. So we waited for the inspector to come out to let him make a decision on what he wanted us to do with that object. He told us to uncover it. We uncovered it, and sure enough, it was an underground tank. I think, I could be wrong here, that it was attempted to be previously abandoned in place. We pumped the water, we pulled the tank out of the ground. Severe contamination. It failed, the site failed. The homeowner, James and Kristen, very nice people, long-time subscribers, looked in their paperwork and saw that they had paperwork for a remediation of that tank a long time ago. $9,000 remediation. Well, apparently they didn't get everything, because we are now hustling to finish up today to minimize these folks' bill, because they have quite a bill. Over 150 tons. Once this truck goes out of here, I'll get the exact number from Craig, but it's over 150 tons. We've taken out almost 2,000 gallons of groundwater. The void was at least, I think the boom is 15 feet on that. Good morning, Craig. The boom's 15 feet. I think he had the shelf down a little bit, so the bottom of the void was probably 16 feet. Good morning, Samuel. We were undermining the foundation by quite a bit. There's the bottom of that foundation. This thing went down 16 feet. We were getting hot readings everywhere. Of course, we're in New Jersey, so it's overseen by an environmental company who tells us when to stop digging. So in there always lies my problem. So after going back and forth, he's taken 9 samples. We've now, because groundwater was impacted, we've now contacted, or they contacted their homeowner's insurance, and apparently they're gonna come out and take that groundwater analysis, which, you know, amazingly will be good, because the insurance company takes it and they don't want to pay for any remediation or groundwater remediation. That's kind of cynical of me, my apology. But I want it to be done with. I want this project to be done with. They had no idea this tank was there. They were being proactive by removing their tank that they knew about. They put a new tank in, that's ours, and then this thing pops up. So, you know, here they are having to take care of a previous mess that really was not their deal. So the environmental company that's helping these folks, or working for them, Viridian, Flint Kincaid, the owner, he's going to assist them with the New Jersey grant program, you know, based on the amount of soil and groundwater. They absolutely will qualify, but they probably won't see any money for 3.5 years. That's how that process takes. I mean, we have so much work here to do. I need to get out of here today. And here's the part that makes me feel so uncomfortable about all of this, is the samples that they took were all borderline. They were all right on the edge. So I don't even know if we're done here. But we're still gonna finish topsoil and seed, because we may be done and we won't have to come back. And then it's a situation where, you know, people only have so much money and you don't want to bankrupt folks. So it's just a lousy situation. It's just another reason. I know I say it all the time. I love New Jersey, but I don't like working in New Jersey. And you may catch me, but I'm going to say right now, I'm not going to bid any more jobs in New Jersey. And it's ironic because we got 2 leads on Friday for New Jersey, and I wrote them a letter explaining that we were too backed up, and I wouldn't be able to get to them for 3 months. You know, we are about 2 months backed up, so it's not a complete lie. I just don't want to work here anymore. I have zero control over things, and this is the worst case scenario of what's happened right here today, right here, right now, with these nice folks. It's always the nice folks, James and Kristen. So right now we got to get that loaded out, and then I got to get 60 tons in. And the process of getting it in is we'll have a truck being delivered at 10 o'clock. They'll dump 30 tons. Sam has to scoop a bucket of soil, track it around, not hit the house or the fence, dump it, spin around, go back and scoop. We got to do 60 tons, and they're getting here. And then after that's all done, we have to do a full cleanup with topsoil. So today is going to be a long day. We got to clean the house up, clean that up. I think Craig snagged an electrical wire for the garage. It wasn't marked, so we are paying for the repair of that. And the customer that I was supposed to be at today called up very angry because we're not starting his project. So, not the biggest problems in the world, right? A lot of people worse off than that. So that's what's going on today, folks. I'll let you meet these people because they are big fans, and my shoulder, and I keep whining. I'm not whining about it. I'm just saying I just continually hurt it. I think I messed up the surgery, so I haven't been working. I'm trying to relax, and in the process of relaxing, I look at food and I gain more weight. So, you know, you begin to hate yourself. Darn, I can't do anything lefty. Bro, I bet on the Jets, man. They should have had that game. I think that was the best game he played, Zach played. Unbelievable. But I'm so much better than Corey is that I'm here to take payment from him. And I'll tell you what the deal was. Corey has the best fantasy team any of us has ever seen. So I got change for you. So I bet $5 with him that his team would beat me more than 50 points. Are you in first? How's that happen?
Because you beat me.
I do remember that.
Hey, but if hey cousin Nicky, if you're watching, way to beat Lou, kid. Way to beat Lou. Lou is no longer in first.
Well, that's good. Lou from Beer World? How is he in first?
He's getting lucky.
My God. So there you have it. So I bet him, and I think, Mike, what did he beat me by? 140 points?
He almost scored 200.
He almost scored 200 points, which I know probably a lot of you. Hey, Craig, did he move back? Well, yeah. No, I didn't move yet. All right. So machine in 14 days. I feel like a fish out of water. All right, so while we're waiting for the backfill, we're gonna clean this up here a little bit. Set the topsoil back here. Try to get as much done as we can now. All right, so we're just gonna, while we're waiting for this 60 tons of product, try to get some topsoil loaded in the front. This is basically the only way we can do it right now without having to lay. Hey Craigie, lift that up more. All right, that's good. Throw it all on the ground because it's topsoil. Still, we're gonna get that kind of a mess. But that was my first shot there in 2 weeks. You operate these things all your life. You get a 2-week break. You get on it. You feel like it's the first time. It's weird. It's not like a bicycle for me. So I'll probably empty that truck out. Get 5 tons back there. We'll have that back area done as best as we can. Plus, this thing is super old, and it's nothing but foot pedals that are not smooth. I mean, it runs good, and I don't buy another one because it really does a lot of destruction when we use it to try to clean places up. And, you know, a nice one, a new one, they're like 60 grand. So, I got other places to put 60 grand than a new one of those with a track and all hand. That's all he needs for now. I'll sit right there.
Look, I'll show you.
Look at the holes in the tank.
Hole there.
That's got to get fixed.
Yeah.
So you want me to come back and fix that now and get these mats out of here?
And then this right here.
All right.
So we need to get all this shit out of here.
Gotcha.
Back here.
Gotcha. You can turn. Ah, son of a gun. Huh?
Blade side in first.
Yeah. I can do is go to the house as close as I can.
Good, right there.
Ridiculous. Why am I going so... I'm so close to the house, man.
You're on the fence too.
Wow. I had to have been an inch away.
Not even. Hey, now come to me.
Unreal.
We've done this like 40 times now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that all. Have to be perfectly straight to get it through that section. And that ain't it. Bent up their old garbage can there, so Jammer just went and got him a new one. But these mats have seen better days. So there's Kristen and James, and that's James's mom, Hope, and she has a wonderful story on how she met her husband.
Well, my brother had a girlfriend, had a nephew, and it was her nephew, and that's how we met. She said, I know 5 girls in the available. And he named them all. He named Marion, Jeannie, Marge, and Marion. And he said, oh, Hope sounds like, I hope I get back. Because he was in Korea.
And that's her name, Hope. Yeah.
And he says, I hope I get back.
So that's my girl.
And he says, and that's my girl.
Beautiful. That's a great story.
And so he drove up to Vermont.
After he got back from
After he got out of the service?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you send pictures of yourself?
Oh, we got pictures.
When you were doing it, were you pen pals?
When you were pen pals, did you send pictures?
Oh, yes.
Oh, he did.
We did.
So and I bet you were a looker back then, huh? You were a looker back then, I bet.
Yeah,
So he also...
What else did he used to send you?
That black and white picture right there, the small one is their wedding picture.
Oh, okay.
He used to send me flags.
Flags?
I mean,
Scarves.
scarves. Every time he'd send me a scarf, I got a drawer for her scarf.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm saving.
That's wonderful. You can make a scarf out of it. I mean, a blanket out of that. They sew them together, right?
But
A quilt.
That's how they met.
That's
They got-
how we met.
From pen pals. And then
Yeah.
he came back, came up to the house, knocked on the door, and said,
Yes, he knocked on
Hi,
the-
Hope.
And when you saw him, you got all
Oh,
tingles, right?
When I saw him, I went running out.
Aw.
I took his hand. I said, "Hi there."
He was from New York. And this was
He
back
was from New York.
Yep. And that was before the thruway and everything was built. So that
How many years
took 8
ago?
hours.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
what, 1950 what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Early 50s?
51, 52.
Boy.
52, I think, 53 maybe.
And then how long after that were you married?
A year after.
A year.
Yep. And then she moved down here with him.
And then a year later, I had my daughter, and then I had my son.
Oh, that's a good story.
Yeah.
You were definitely made out of love, James.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when we would work down to the church down there, they wanted to write a story about us. And it never,
Dad didn't want it.
Oh, yeah?
he didn't want it.
Well, he probably won't like this because now probably 10,000 people are going to see this. And if you're able to look at the comments, you'll see all the wonderful comments you get.
It's all right.
Because that's a great story.
He was in. It's amazing. I wish I could find his army book. He has pictures of Japan when he went over there before he went to Korea. He was stationed in Hiroshima after the bombs left.
Wow.
dropped, and they were just rebuilding it.
Wow.
And he's got all these pictures of them, starting to rebuild it
Really?
back up.
I just watched a movie on that. I have no memory. I can't think of the name, but it was a good movie.
But yeah,
Right after the bombing.
So that's how we met.
That's a great story, Hope.
Because he did have a girlfriend when he went over. But
Yes, he did.
but he got a Dear John letter saying, I'm not waiting, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
luck, I'm
Well,
not waiting.
look what she lost.
And then his,
Yeah,
his
she lost it.
the
I
guy
think.
and the guy in the platoon was a cousin of the family, and that's how they got
Wow.
going.
Oh, she was a good man.
I mean, I wonder how long it took for a letter to get from there to you.
3 days.
Serious?
No
Because
way.
because
5 days.
Maybe 3 weeks.
3
I
months.
don't know.
Oh, it takes some time. It takes
Yeah, I
2
mean,
weeks now to get stuff.
yeah,
from
to go
China,
4
so I can
miles,
imagine.
and half the time it gets lost.
Yeah, and then you're going from
I don't think-
there to Vermont, which is a rural
Yeah.
area. She's not in this big city.
No.
What, Jim?
I don't think they had those good airplanes like they did back
Oh,
now.
Airplanes, just to get them from the battlefield to where they could get.
Yeah.
To the actual
I-
man
Yeah,
station.
I
yeah.
remember my dad
I
was
got
my
all his letters, too.
That's amazing.
dad always told me he goes, he was in 3 battles. He has 3 battle stars, and he says, I used to hate being out in the field. He goes, the food was horrible because you had the
Powdered eggs
powder
and-
eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, when I used to hear fresh eggs coming in,
Oh.
the chef would, say, hey,
We got eggs coming
Coming
in.
in.
Calm down. Tell me how you want.
And he said he used to be down there first thing in the morning. He used to eat like 3 or 4 dozen eggs in the morning because he had fresh eggs.
Nice.
Because everything else he said wasn't the greatest. And he was tired of rice.
Boy, he must have been happy when he saw he was gonna get you.
Yes,
Oh, he was.
Right?
Oh, he was thrilled.
Oh.
They were madly in love. these
That's
two.
adorable.
Oh, when he drove up and I went running out. And I said, "Hi, Bill." I took his hand.
Oh,
That,
back in the day, doing that's a little sassy, right? First time you meet a man, you grab his hand.
Talk about like hello.
Yeah, that's a little sassy right there, Hope. I'm gonna say.
Well, I think they were pen paling for quite some time before he actually finally got to meet.
Right.
Probably the anticipation was probably there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to meet her?
Then the picture, that big picture right there, that's my sister and my brother-in-law. Actually, my brother-in-law is famous too. If you listen to John Lennon live, that was the bass guitar player for Elephant's Memory Band.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
he played with John Lennon.
Wow.
He got.
That's Gary Van Zyak.
Wow. Lots of good stories in here.
Yeah. And
We
I'm,
got
Well,
a bunch of different stories, but
I
yeah.
appreciate you sharing that, and so will the other folks. Okay. We got our first load coming back in. Not our first load. First load today. All right. And the work begins. Oh my God. That's always good for tinnitus. So now you can see actually how slow this process is going to be. What?
You have an extra battery?
That battery doesn't work?
It's dead.
Yeah, I don't want to use it then. I don't want to do this because I only got one left. These batteries, they're the same thing as the cords for your phone. They design these things to fail after a period of time. And these batteries, you know, when you first started out, they went a good hour and a half. Use them 20 times, they'll give you maybe 30 minutes. And then the top falls apart. More cynicism.
Just remember, we gotta keep the trench.
Yep, right there.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be close.
Oh, I gotta tell him right now.
Do you? Well, we can't tell him right now. Tell him we'll let him know in 30 minutes. Okay, hopefully that is enough. For that. It looks like it's too much, but once it's compacted. But we shall see. And I'm sure I said it to you, but we're gonna leave that area open for the electrician to repair that line. Let's go, Craigie. So I haven't been showing you, but I've been compacting this in 18-inch lifts. This is really good compactable soil. Everything in New Jersey, any backfill, because of the DEP, they require all backfill to be certified. So what's certified? Certified is the quarry that is selling it guarantees there's no contaminants in there. And the way that they do that is they have proof that every X amount of tons is sampled. So he's constantly taking samples of that soil that he exports out, which guarantees it's all clean. So that makes it expensive, much more expensive. Definitely much more expensive than that crushed concrete that we have. That crushed concrete, for me, is $16 a yard. I'm paying $27 a ton for this stuff delivered. So, a lot more. But it's good stuff. This hole, we pumped out, like I said earlier, almost 2,000 gallons from it. And as soon as that vac truck left, Flint took his bottom sampling, and then we started backfilling with this stuff, and it absorbed it pretty good. You know, normally on a hole that's wet, when you compact it like that, you'll get like a little, it'll bounce like pudding. I mean, granted, we've got 14 feet in here now, but it bounced a little this morning when I was backfilling, but it's good now. Craig is bringing in the last bucket from the skid steer. Gonna repair where he turned around, get out of this machine, take a step back and see what needs to be brought up to grade and not, and we'll start bringing in the 20 tons of topsoil now, and then slowly work our way out. And I'm gonna put this in the bucket right when he leaves. all of this because of that. Take your tank out, folks. But in this case, these guys didn't know that tank was there, so they inherited that mess. And that last bucket. It's not even 11:30. Can't see that. 12 o'clock. It's not even 12 o'clock. All right, we'll finish that last bucket and then start topsoiling. We're in good shape. I don't know how the grade was here. I may want to put some more over here. Not bad, not bad. All right, Big Red just dumped 10 tons. Looks like we got a good 5.5 in that. And then there's a little bit left over. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Got a rake in there or shoveled first before this comes? Or
Nope,
we're ready?
we're ready. Come on, man. I'm running the machine.
And that's why I asked.
The disrespect just never ends.
You were trying to be funny. Yeah.
Haha, funny man.
And I asked the boys to bring one wheelbarrow. What? What's the matter? I don't care. I don't care.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
How much?
Dump it. Dump it. This is your beginning right here, bro.
Okay. Good.
I don't know why we don't check when we fill. Oh.
Go ahead. Dump it.
Well,
This was already brought to me with the trailer on it, and I just filled it.
oh, I mean, there could be a ridiculous amount of stone.
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, stop. Stop now. Well, dude, you got to notice by the amount that went in. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Can you grab that first?
Yeah, you can dig me a hole.
Yep. All right. It's not going to be that bad, though. Huh?
We never checked.
Oh, it's all right. We move on. That'll make for good compacting. Let me just go. Kind of dig him a hole here for that. You bob and weave, right? You bob and weave. I felt like I was a little low here anyway. Less of a step to get out now, but from what I hear, they had a stoop there with concrete sidewalk that got dug up. There. Come on. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Hey, give me 3 more. Boom, boom, and now the boys are picking those up by hand because it doesn't fit this way out. I wish I took a picture on how close it was to get this machine out of there. Definitely the tightest area we've had this 80. So we're gonna have to do a lot of handwork in there, shoveling from the front of the bucket and raking and so that's about it. We'll get back to you. Okay, so it's getting there. Looks pretty good. I wish we had I don't even have pictures. Hey, Bri, why don't they take pictures? Because, you know, they would have to think of that on their own. As a contractor, I can't tell you how scary it is to walk out of the driveway and see that. Because that normally tells you somebody hit a water main, but not me. Somebody up there. Or they're cleaning out the fire hydrants or whatever. But I don't know. I don't see the fire department around. Alright, so that's the last little bit of topsoil. We have maybe 2 tons left in the one mason. Corey will shovel that out, spread it, and then we're just going to rake our way out of here. And then I'm being told there's a little fence to put back. We'll put that post back. The bottom half of the other one dry rotted, so I'll dig that up. Yeah, there they are right over there leaning on the tree. So I'll dig that up, put another 4x4 post in it. Yeah, here's the piece that dry rotted and broke. Right there. So I think they said they have another. And we'll reinstall that. We just walk our way out of here and clean ourselves up. Right, Jammer? Jammer said yeah. Alright, we've got all the metal plates back. Except for this one that goes on Big Red. We got all the plywood and ground protecting mats. I wasn't here, but we got this fence post back. That went nice. We cut that new piece in. I'm gonna assume these are still here. I don't know. That pathway came out good. And this area looks great. We're much higher than it was, Craig said, so. And that's it, folks. Wonderful people in here. We got Hope. Your grandma, she's adorable. Kristen and James, I appreciate you guys so much. Sorry this couldn't have been less impactful on the property and the wallet, but we did the best we could here for you. We're just gonna finish cleaning it up. Hey, can you grab that chain off there? Those mats gotta go in. They're caked on with dirt. I want to clean them back at the shop. I don't want it to all fall out here, and I gotta go under these wires. So did you ever notice in life it's just a little too short? You ever notice?
Look at me.
Yeah, you do. You do. It's always just not enough. Everybody is getting ready to yell at me when I hit the wire. I see the wire. I see it. I see it. They're gonna fall out. I do not have a good grip on them all. I got the driveway over here. All right, guys, finishing the driveway now. Craig, Mike, can we take it out in unison?
Jammer, wait. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
1, 2. Another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental.
They're like puppets.